What up gamers, Fancier here, and welcome back to Shadowverse. So last time we fought Castell, and now we won, and we're gonna go and finish off the whole Laincrest story in this video. But yeah, I'm not going to start out with the usual, like me just listing out the names of like the ones that we did, the chapter names, and the ones in this video, just because we're not on that screen. So let's go and hit next. Let's go in and finish this up, man. Let's go see how this all wraps up. I think that was pretty much the last battle here.
Did we get her?
Oh no.
Thank goodness. I was scared I'd beat you, but you're still the strongest. The best. So why are you bothering with those two? You don't need their help.
Amaryllis! Lyle!
Now it's just the two of us. We'll be together forever and ever and ever.
I failed.
Failed what? What happens to mortals like them isn't your problem. They'll all die eventually anyways. And besides, why should a goddess serve people? You have the power to do anything! You'll see. I'll get rid of your responsibilities and then we can have fun. You'll finally be all mine.
She's not yours. She's not just your sis.
She is!
Oh man.
And she isn't just our professor either.
You know, I've never really seen an antagonist like Estelle. Like this, I guess, this little girl type, like antagonist. So it's kind of cool to see like a, I guess, just the way like the voice acting too, man. Like just going all crazy and stuff.
Amaryllis, stop. She's a full-blown goddess. And I am a princess. Back from a long journey studying magic. Now, an even greater witch than the one I once admired.
Like yeah, just like hearing Castell, man. It's like it's so different just seeing a villain like this. You don't really see this.
And I believe.
And like the VA is just
that
like
there is a lesson
screaming at the
that
top
you
of her
must
lungs.
learn, Professor. Me? A lesson? You've always cared for us dearly. Kept us out of harm's way at all costs. But you do so by shouldering the heavy burdens yourself. All the risk. The responsibility. That's who you are. Your personality.
You don't know her. You don't know her like
There we go, Lyle.
Got her. I don't know how long I can hold her, so I'll keep it short.
That was a good distraction, right? I'm guessing he just snuck his way to wrap around like that.
Amaryllis is right. You do need to learn a lesson.
Lyles.
Yes, you can control the goddess of time herself. But that's the problem. You believe her abilities put you above others.
It's not that simple. You don't know the things I've done. I've misused her power too many times. I almost killed Castell. I did kill an entire class of students. So now it's my responsibility as a Sibyl and as a professor to make damn sure I never...
This is exactly what we mean. Listen carefully, because I am not repeating this. I owe my victory to you, not your goddess. You. The way I was training, maybe someday I would have killed him. But I never would have made him acknowledge me.
It's the same with Lilium and me. What mattered most wasn't your power. It was that you took time to understand us. It made me realize that I didn't know Lilium as well as I thought either.
Exactly. We don't need an itemized list of every mistake you've ever made.
What's done is done. Regardless of the path you took, you met us and saved us. You're more than a Sibyl or a professor. You're you. You taught me that yourself, Vertilia. You looked so desperate, playing the part of the goddess.
Yeah, so no more, it's my responsibility as a... whatever nonsense. I mean, really, have you ever tried to act like a normal professor?
No. Lesson learned. Thanks, you two. I'm no goddess. I'm a sister, a professor. But first and foremost, I'm Verdilia. Just Verdilia.
No! Don't listen to them! You are a goddess! You are!
Lylth, Amaryllis. You got one more fight left in you? I think I have an idea of how I can win. My way.
Got it. Amaryllis, can you hold off Castell for a minute?
Of course.
Get away from her! Out of my way!
Castell, this is the first time we've properly spoken, and I don't want it to be our last. I've been so curious about Verdilia's sister. I'd love to get to know you. The real you.
Well, you won't. I don't need anyone but her. Anyone!
It seems words won't get through to her. Verdilia, are you ready?
Yep, almost.
Hey, hold still. I've never given someone stitches before. I can't promise they'll hold, but I'm amazed you're still alive, let alone standing.
Better than nothing. Thanks for patching me up. And you too, Amaryllis. You can fall back. Now, it's my turn.
Good luck. And don't get yourself hurt.
We trust you. You've got this.
Castell. This time, for real. I will stop you. I won't let the power those two lent me go to waste.
How many times do I have to say this? You don't need their power!
That line of thinking is exactly what held me back all these years. I hated asking anyone for help, even the goddess. But I'd been told so many times I had to that I believed it. And deep down, I was afraid of using her power up. Of taking more than she could give.
Please! Please, no more! I don't want to hear this! Go back to how you were!
Toll the hour, set the sun, tell me whence the moon hath come. Pendulum swing and cycle sing, time spring, Apidon!
Infinity. Well, yeah, I think you're screwed, man.
Why are you so mad at me? I thought you'd be proud. I worked so hard to get this strong because I didn't want to make you cry anymore. I can finally keep up. So why?
You don't have to keep up.
Oh, the parallels here.
I promise. I'm not going to push you away anymore! There. Used up every last cycle the goddess gave me. And now, I'm just me. Professor Verdilia, your big sister. Dunno why I was so scared of this. I never liked being a Sybil anyways.
But if you used all the cycles, how are you still?
I don't have any cycles left, sure, but you know what that means? No. Come on, Castell. It means the forest's #1 Sybil is free to channel power from something else.
Oh.
Wait, you mean Nerva?
Is she absorbing her power?
I'll siphon half of it from you. 50-50, fair and square. We're both Sybils here. Let's see what's stronger. Your skill or my experience? And for the record, I'm not letting you one-up me yet.
That's interesting. Does that mean that she'll be a vessel too? Like, can she even do that? Like, I don't know if it's a thing where, like, the keeper has to choose, like, who to give their power to.
You want want to waste Nerva's power on a duel? What's so wrong with using it for ourselves? Our future! You always took my side before! We never fought as kids!
Because I was babying you. I let so much slide because I thought you didn't know better. But you're not dumb. You're not a baby. And you can own up to your own mistakes.
No, you don't need anyone but me. And once you're away from the academy, you'll see that!
You're just clinging to the past. Everyone does, but at some point, you've got to swallow your fears and move on. I grew up, and so did you. I'm trying to see who you are here and now, Castell, so show me! I'm not giving you up to Nerva without a fight! Trust me! Castell! We're just a couple elves. We don't know everything even about each other. But we can learn,
Back to normal.
right?
I won't give up. I'm taking you with me!
Why are you so stubborn? I know I'm bad, but come on. I'm not going anywhere. Don't know how many of my own cycles I've got left, but I swear I will spend every last one of them with you, atoning for the lives you took. You don't have to do it alone. We aren't alone. I promise.
Liar. You didn't keep our last promise. You'll just forget again.
I didn't forget. I just didn't realize how important it was to you. If I have time, I'll come find you. That work?
Of course.
Tomorrow.
Oh wait,
Tomorrow
is it
morning,
just that it?
Let's have ourselves a hell of a breakfast.
I think there's also some cleanup that they gotta do too. Okay. So I guess like taking half of the power of Nerva. Like she doesn't even have the marks anymore. I'm just wondering if like Nerva, like if she's watching this, can she also just take away the powers too? Since it's not really in her favor right now. Do they keep it?
Right here. You've had a long day. Get some rest. We're not omniscient. Us mortals will never understand the gods. We barely understand each other, but that's exactly why.
Verdi, I'm sorry.
Cordelia! Are you alright? When someone does understand you, it feels so magical. Yeah, I'm fine. Everything's fine now.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's it. That's interesting. So yeah, she took like 50% of that, of Nerva's power. Earlier, I'm just like wondering about the whole mechanics behind the whole like vessel and keeper thing, if like people can even take it too like that. Oh wow. And maybe because of that, she can't go like full on like having those blue marks on her anymore. I'm sure she has better magic now, like with Castell, but maybe not at the power as like she did. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, she did take 50, so of course. But yeah, it's just interesting, man. I never knew that maybe that can be a thing. But the final piece. But yeah, you know, last time was Verdelia and Pendulum Swing and Sisters. This video will be finishing things off with the final piece and a fresh start. Connection severed. Nerva overlooks Laincrest, musing on what she gained from the world. Okay, so are we gonna see Nerva? Just talking about like her.
Happiness.
results.
I've seen it motivate mortals, yet I've also seen it hold them back. And on occasion, it unbalances, unhinges them. It's fascinating, but fleeting. Precious, but tenuous. I feel. I've observed the complete range of mortal emotion and feel happy for it. A pity I couldn't make a complete vessel of the girl, but I got the last piece I needed. The joy of blind faith. The exhilaration Castell felt devoting her entire existence to one she loved. The fury of the forlorn. Ewan's frustration at the purgation he himself catalyzed, and his burning desire to avenge the home he lost.
Are we about to see like all the vessels that she taken?
The lazy
Oh, yeah.
bliss of ignorance. The eternal peace Taketsumi found, divorced from his past struggles. The sorrow of regret, a numb feeling that this body knows well.
A numb feeling of something.
Together, the four represent the full spectrum of mortal reasoning. The positive and negative motivators. The active and passive responses.
You know, for me, I never really understood the whole Nerva, like in her motivations. I've always been confused by that. But this whole time, I guess from this, she's been just studying, like, I guess the emotions on mortals.
Nexus failed because she did not understand the dynamic applications of emotion.
I forgot about Nexus too.
Which I have now mastered. With this power, I could easily bring all worlds under my jurisdiction.
Yeah, Nexus, I guess her powers was with the others, like with Baphomet and the ones before. I guess that's why she didn't mention them.
Prepare, mortals, for my arrival. When the worlds have been fully steeped in darkness, the stars of purgation shall rise.
Okay. Interesting scene with Nerva there. Alright, the last one, a fresh start. With all immediate threats gone, life returns to normal. Mostly. So yeah, like, what's gonna happen now? So, I mean, they got rid of Cornelius. I don't know about that one, Lilium. Yeah, that's her name. I was about to say, like, that one girl. Wait, Lilium. I don't know if she died. I kind of forgot if she did. But I assume that Cornelius will not be in power anymore. I don't know if, like, Verdelia will be the headmaster now. I can maybe see that happening, maybe. Or she might just want to go back to being a professor. Maybe Lyoth will take the place. We'll see. I don't know if he's just going to remain a student.
It's been crazy, pulling things back together. But the worlds kept on turning, like nothing ever happened.
Professor, I thought for sure I'd be the first one here.
Okay, so they're back in the classroom.
Hey, how's work been treating you?
Don't remind me. The nobles want this, the military wants that, and none of it's practical. They do have stakes in the academy, so it's only fair, but it's been a nightmare.
Cornelius vanished after the battle. His clothes were found in the courtyard where he'd been knocked out. But other than that, not a trace.
Okay, I thought... I don't know if he, like, you know, like disappeared like a Star Wars ghost, like Force ghost. Or they just, like, you know, went naked and just ran off in the woods.
All he left us with were questions. Hard to say if that had been his real body at all. But with him gone, the seat of headmaster has passed to Lyoth.
Okay.
Albeit only temporarily.
Temporarily.
My father lives for but one purpose, to grasp magic's most profound secrets. And now, I fear I've only motivated him further.
Like, yeah, I can see Lyoth, you know, being the headmaster and stuff. I just wonder about, like, his studies, too. Since he's still a student at the end of the day.
He's still out there.
I know it's, like, temporary,
Of that I'm
but...
certain. And he will be back one day. So, I have to grow stronger.
and he'll be back one day. That'd be kind of cool. Like, I don't know about Worlds Beyond. If they'll like continue with, you know, like this is pretty much like maybe a part 2 with Worlds Beyond. Like, what if we see like an adult, I guess, yeah, or like an old Lyle at this academy? You think we'll revisit Laincrest? That'd be so cool to see. But I'm not sure if they want to do that or if they're gonna do like their own thing. I'm not sure what the story for next up is gonna be like. If they'll still go on with the whole keeper and vessel stuff.
Sounds like you'll be busy too, huh?
Yes, I imagine I will be. But I won't run away. Not anymore. I am his son after all. I get a headache just thinking about the sheer amount of money and people I'm in charge of now. But the biggest headache of them all is...
Oh,
Oh my
good
gosh.
morning. I wasn't expecting anyone to be here so early.
Amaryllis. Speak of the devil.
The devil? I've read stories about lots of devils. Which one?
Forget it. More importantly, what is that?
Oh, you mean Womp?
Womp.
Look, he womps, he thwomps, and he's very strong. What do you think?
Now that is one heck of a golem. The Mattress Lab League's getting good.
Don't encourage her. The library's practically a zoo now.
A zoo? Oh, Lyle, that's a wonderful idea. I could have little habitats for all my friends.
Lilium stepped down as student council president. Amaryllis is kinda handling things until they find someone else. Her speech to the entire student body was probably the best I've ever sat through.
Hello? Can you all hear me? I'm Amaryllis, Lilium's friend, and I'd love to be friends with all of you too. I believe that's all. Thank you. Any questions?
And true to her words, she's been running all over campus, getting to know students from both tracks.
That's funny how like the playable characters are taking their like I guess their superiors' place.
It's been hilarious watching Lyle deal with all her escapades. How's Lilium been doing?
She's doing well. Just yesterday, she went off to punish some misbehaved villains.
I'm not even gonna ask. Don't let her go too crazy.
It's kind of funny
okay?
too. Again, where I guess Lilium. I mean, she was like the one hitting off, like commanding the independent guys, right? Like I guess they get no punishments, like no detention or juvie or whatever.
Of course.
It's just everything's back to
I'm
normal.
not afraid to disagree with her anymore.
What about you, Professor? Today's the day, right? You could have at least cleaned up the classroom a bit. Aren't you excited?
Dunno.
Hey, she the third student here to learn.
Hey, Castell.
Birdie, I'm sorry.
This time, sorry isn't gonna cut it. So, I don't want to hear any more apologies out of you. We'll work through your crimes together as professor and student. Castell's been bedridden, recovering from the battle. In the meantime, she put together a written confession of her murders.
Jeez.
Our little community in the forest had always been outside the law's jurisdiction, so she's apparently not going to face any legal repercussions.
But she's still like someone to look out for. What if she goes crazy again? I'm sure she won't.
Go figure. But I'll help think of a way to lay our parents and the others to rest. Sybil's lives are linked to their patron deities, so when I stole Nerva's power, I seem to have linked Castell's life force to mine. We're gonna start by studying how that impacts us. And I've decided that I'm going to take responsibility for what happened by raising her in our parents' place.
Oh, okay.
Also, if you ever have any questions about Academy life, you can come to one of us. I'm Lyle, by the way.
And I'm Amaryllis, Student Council President.
Oh, I don't deserve this. Not after what I did to you two.
It's okay. Professor Verdelia filled us in on what happened, and we trust her judgment.
She helped us move past our mistakes, so I've no doubt she can do the same for you.
I'll do my best.
These two helped me confront my past mistakes too. We've all done things we're not proud of. The best we can do is learn from them and do better. That's what this class is for. To understand ourselves and each other. Right?
Right.
Right.
Okay, I'll try.
Castell is safe for now, but Nerva is still out there somewhere. There's nothing to say she won't find a new Sybil, or send more lackeys like Vice. And if there's a next time, I won't have the power of cycles to rely on. Gonna have to find my style. Hit the books, train, fail, and then fail better. If Nerva tries anything funny, she's gonna have Verdelia to answer to. Now, let's get this lesson started.
Right. See, a very interesting the story overall. So yeah, that was pretty much it for Lessons from Laincrest Testament, and the overall story for Lessons from Laincrest. But yeah, I liked it, man. It did feel very different. I think, and also too, like, it just felt very much like the most non-Shadowverse-like story, in the sense that, you know, it felt very minimal with, like, the connection to Shadowverse. Only at the end is when they revealed with the whole Vice and Castell, like, they got connections with Nerva and stuff. And that was pretty much it. Like, there was no appearance from, like, the other previous characters from the first story, from, like, the Morningstar story. Like, no Ewan, unless you count, like, unless you count, like, when Nerva was talking about him. There was no Arisa. Dang. And now here we are at the end, man. Like, we're so close to finishing up this game with the story, because they like, Lessons from Laincrest was the second to last one, and now we got Whispers of Purgation. And I thought, you know, after finishing the invasion of the World Weaver here, I thought by doing that, like, maybe each world will have, like, their own highlights of each of the characters. Like, here we had Arisa, then here we got Ewan, and then I thought maybe they might do the same with, like, Erica and Rowan and all that stuff. But yeah, I guess it's mainly just Ewan and Arisa, which I'm fine with, because I feel like those two were the most important characters out of the 7. But yeah, I wish we can see, you know, people like Urias again. I do miss him. He was one of my favorite characters to just see, like, in the story overall. But yeah, guys, that was it for Lessons from Laincrest. Next time, we're not going to start the Whispers of Purgation just yet, because there is a special story here. We got multiple of them, with Reflections on a Wing, which I plan to do next, and then make my way up here with the Missing Star, Seeds of Conflict Sowing, and the Guild War Reconstruction. I'll be doing these first before I do the Whispers of Purgation, and for the next video, I think I'm just going to focus on this entire thing here first. But yeah, I looked at each of these. I don't know why I did not complete this. Maybe they had rewards here that I thought from before when they were first, I guess released. But yeah, this one here has 6 chapters, and then I saw that over here they had 3. I'm not sure what the one I'm about to do next has in total. But yeah, because they're so short, I guess, you know, when it comes to the chapter list, maybe I can just do them, like, each of these in one video. So yeah, next time, like, I can just do this in one video, unless it gets too long. Like, maybe I can look it up on like a YouTube video on, like, someone else, how much chapters they have. If it's like 15 chapters or something, like, or like 9 or something long like that, maybe I can do that in separate videos. But yeah, we'll see if I can do them all in one video. So yeah, guys, overall, that was cool. I like the Lessons from Laincrest story. I'm not sure how it would rank with the other stories here. I think the antagonist, at least with Castell, was very unique. I thought she would be playable, but she turned out to be a villain in the story. But yeah, I think, you know, it did feel unique with her being like the final boss. Like, I don't really see characters like that being like the main antagonist for the story. But yeah, guys, man, I can't wait to get to the story here, to like just finish everything up. But yeah, I think that'll be pretty much it for this video here. That'll be it for now. That's game.
But if I lay down